I want to say something to every person out there that without a shadow of a doubt, you know your spirit weighs on righteousness, on what is right, a large percentage. I mean, if you was to throw it on the percentage scale, I mean to talk about the people that know that they are 80% or better. Just in your own estimation. This one is for you. Welcome to the Foundation for Elevation Station. And I might apologize in advance for if I cry. Sometimes I think to myself that I am so good of a person that I deserve someone with me people with me that's good people also. That cast the vibration from their soul that's so definitive of the truth, like me. You can hear it in their voice. You can sense it in the way that their eyes look at people. You could see the energy of their body cast no negative type of habit, idiosyncrasy. It's no sign of deceit of anything when you are able to visually observe them. I deserve a beautiful person like me. This is a lot of the reason I was alone a lot of years of my life, because I partook upon certain friendships or, engagements with ladies and men, but ladies in a relationship sense. And I end up finding out their spirit was on a different frequency than mine. Because as you can read, as I can hear, and some people can hear vibration in a person's voice, spirit of the soul. One of the most easiest determinations are the words they use. How do they speak about other people? When they go to a restaurant, how do they treat the help or waiter? All of these are defining innuendos into the windows of someone's soul. It pains me to think of what I'm trying to create from my soul. Although I don't like using the term black man, black, I don't agree with the term, but it has been several black men throughout recent history that I compare myself to as I try to tweak my spiritual vibration. And these two men are men that we all have some type of opinion of. And these two men are Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King. I often feel like my duties lie somewhere between the spiritual vibrational frequency of the two. I have to not only find the happy medium between the two, but elevate it to a whole nother optic level. And what I mean by a spiritual vibrational force, it is not only the voice. The voice has to be cast with a degree of precision. It has to come with a certain cadence, a certain rhythm that will leave none clueless or ambiguous about the words that were spoken. The enunciation pattern has to be near perfection. So many times when people speak, their words, scratch that from the record. It's important for me as I'm thinking about projecting myself vocally, vibrationally, with a certain rhythm that will allow you to not lose place or focus of the words that are spoken. They will ring true. And although it will be some that will be irritated by the cadence, as I used to be with Martin Luther King, I'd be like, oh, why is he speaking and enunciating in a certain way? But it was a science behind it, as I only realized recently. A lot of his speeches, they were a bit annoying to me as I was a young man. And Malcolm X, I felt as though it was too much fierceness. I believed in a lot of what he said, but it was too much anger that played out after in the Panthers and the many subsets thereof. And I know with that much anger, it leads to a place that's not going to be positive. Excuse me. Let me hook this up. Had a little power shortage. We was going a little low. But when we speak with an angered spirit, usually the effects, the consequences are not fruitful. So as I speak, I want to drive home my point. But so many subjects I would love to cast a heavy percentage to the fierceness of Malcolm X and the Panther type of mindset. It's so difficult for me to find the right frequency to tune myself, because it's always weighing on me to fulfill my duty in the most effective manner that I can. And my duty is to serve my community, to serve humanity. You know, many people say that they may serve God in some form, but if we are unable to serve the people in the struggle with us, we can never serve God. Like, especially us leaders, we must serve the people of the community first and foremost. And God is proud. God like sends this type of message to serve your community, serve your people, and you can rise together, because a civilization is only as great as the poorest of them. And it goes that way for planets too, as I heard. Yeah, there's many planets out there. We're not the only people. But that's another story. It's it's great to go on this journey in creating such an elevated spirit. And that's another point, that the vibrational spirit that we create as we work on our character, personality, our thoughts and emotions and reasonings, they attune our spirit. See, we have a great energy that comes from us. And this energy that emits from us, each one of us has a different amount of it and a different frequency of it, but it's all usable to beings that understand how to use it. This is the reason, like, this is one of the top reason for our holidays. Our holidays are positioned in a manner to peak our emotional and energy outputage at certain times of the year. But that's another story. That's going into why we alive, what's our mission, what's our purpose, what God got going on, or however you may believe, whoever's in control. I want to say good people continue to be good. Those that you can weigh your spirit and come up 80-20 at least. I'm talking to you. This is my struggle. I don't hide away. I don't go around people and just be silent. I know people have a lot of rules, and most people may say I talk too much. But what I know is that I encourage everyone I speak with to speak and share their mind. But I'm going to give you the truth, because I know so many truths. If you believe them or not, I'm going to plant the seed. And therefore, at the end, and as the years go by, you can say, you had heard the truth. It will be no excuse. That's what fulfilling my soul. This is why I know that I have always walked around with my soul being 95%, 96% good. Like, literally. Even the most ugliest stuff someone could bring in front of and gossip about me and bring. I will stand in front of God. I will stand in front of whoever, the extraterrestrials, and say, hey, rewind that tape. That's the story of my life. Okay, I was doing that. You could see it was with righteous intentions on my mind. It was no malicious, greedy, seeking pleasure. Had nothing to do with any of that. So this is why I feel so good about my position in humanity. And if you are 80%, you should too. And everyone else, don't give up hope, because we all ain't no one perfect. But we will strive to bring our whole generation of human beings up to code. No man left behind like the military. Straight up. Everybody deserves a chance. You never know. Somebody that you believe not's worth it might can have a child that's great, like my mother. My mother, people in her family said she shouldn't have children. The school system said my mother was this, that, and the other. Guess what? My mother had two amazing people, two amazing children. And I had a brother that was a little older than me. Right before I was born, he died in a fire. And I can imagine how magnificent he would have been. Maybe I got some of his power. Straight up. I want to say I love you. I want to say be great. Acquiring things and money is so elementary when you think of our real purpose to life and who we could be and how we can serve the greatness, the gods in us, the gods, because we gods. If that's our father, we are the children, we are gods. Stop putting the power outside of ourselves. I'm great, and I know that you're great too. And if you don't think you're great, well, I'm gonna do my part in waking your children up to the greatness inside them, to the greatness in your grandchildren. I can't wait to do more. I love you, and I won't stop, because I believe so many people don't want my loved people to elevate. Let's have discipline, let's elevate, and let's seize our existence.